my guru told me to look in my own backyard first, right? Because, if I can go look at that house with my own two eyes, I'm going to better understand it's a deal, and then I'm going to feel warm and fuzzy inside, and
feel more secure.
I'm going to go and I can do that, right? And so it's more like tangible for them. And maybe they do a mailing campaign, or they put out some bandit signs, and they stumble into a deal like, oh my God, I just made some money. Or they make $5,000. Well, you're not going to be able to build a business on that in that market. Anything that's going to be sustainable long term.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be like, oh yeah, I can do this, and then they don't close another deal for 6 months. And then their wife's like, what are you doing? Come on, we got a family here we need to support.
Right.
Like, let's get back to reality and do this thing. Whereas if they were more strategic and they said, okay, Indianapolis has 2,100 deals in the last 12 months. Dallas has got 3,800 deals. Philadelphia's got 6,000 deals. That's where I should be spending that valuable time and effort.
And Privy can do all that.
And Privy does that for you.
Gotcha.
Shows you specifically which neighborhoods. And then within hours, not months or years, you could become a local market expert and know exactly what percentage of ARV that buyers are buying at, what prices they're buying them at, which neighborhoods are active. And then we show you who those buyers are so that you can pull their information up and contact them and start to build that relationship that you talked about earlier that's so important about figuring out what their buy box is, what's their buying criteria today versus what it was 3 months ago. And all that data is inside of Privy. Now, there's quantitative data, right, which is the numbers. Right? They bought it for 300, they sold it for 600, they got it at 50% of the ARV, right? They grossed 300,000. That's quantitative data. There's qualitative data, which is, oh, this is the area they're buying in. Here's the before and after pictures. Here's the level of construction that's adequate for the neighborhood, so that you're not leaving money on the table by putting, glass tile in a neighborhood that should only be rental grade rehabs. So those kinds of things are really valuable too. And even if you're wholesaling, you may not think it's valuable for you, but guess who it's valuable to?
And buyer.
The buyer.
Yeah.
And for most wholesalers, they tie their assignment fee 100% to just the price.
Just a delta. That's it.
What it should be is how good of a service you provide. And that service is also tied to the relationship. If you got a good relationship with a buyer and you provide a good product, which is a house that has been thoroughly researched, you got good comps, you've got links to comparables, and all the information that shows you that they're good comparables, and you give maybe an estimation of the construction cost, estimation, maybe a range of after repair values, and you've got a good relationship with them, they're not going to beat you up on your assignment fee, right? They're not going to be, oh, you don't deserve to make $5,000 on that. They're going to want to work with you. So part of like this qualitative data helps a wholesaler to build a better product and provide better service where they can actually have a good foundation for building a relationship with that end buyer.
One thing I really enjoy